That's when a scream came from the balcony. Nick and Richie reached a window just in time to see the bright flash out on the ocean horizon. Then the boom rolled in. Not many people were left in the bar at 10:30, but all stood quietly at the window staring out. "What the hell happened?" Nick broke the silence. The horizon was quiet and dark, but everyone continued to stare. "I heard something falling from the sky. Maybe I saw it, too, before the bright light," the woman on the balcony said. "Then the big boom. Did somebody just die out there?" Her voice began to quiver. "It could be anything," Nick said, trying to stay calm. "Maybe it was a meteor. Then nobody would have died." "If it was a meteor," Richie spoke up, "there would be a tidal wave hitting us right about now." The room again went silent, waiting for the ocean to suddenly stand up like a wall and crush the building like a steamroller. When it didn't, the speculation continued. If it was a plane, the air traffic controllers would know. Some sort of search and rescue will be here really soon if that's what happened, Nick mused. "Maybe it was a ship." Richie was trying to stir things up, and his voice was slurring from the tequila sunrises. "Maybe the ship had something flammable on board that caused the explosion. An oil freighter or something." "An oil freighter," Tom replied incredulously. "Off the coast of North Carolina." "Yeah, an oil freighter," Richie continued, knowing he was getting under the skin of Nick's new boss. "And so when that freighter sinks, it spills its oil and fuel. All that mess will wash up and destroy the beach right here in front of your new bar." Richie stood straight-faced for 2 heartbeats, then broke out in a hearty laugh that most of the room joined in. Everyone except Nick and Tom. Nick simply turned to his new boss and said, "Yeah, I guess you got 3 days to think about it." "It's 11:45. Last call." Nick was polite as ever and glad to be going home for an all-nighter study session for finals. "You don't have to go home, but you can stay here." "Hey, Richie, how about you stop off at my hacienda on the way home?" Gerald's words were slurring less. The scotch and sodas had slowed measurably since the weird sight on the water. "Some friends of mine from Colorado dropped off a care package for me. It's Bob Marley's personal brand." "Colorado." Richie was also taking it easy. It was a Monday night, after all. "You've got all these friends in cold places. It just makes me shiver to think about it." "Being from Alberta, Canada, helps that to happen, Richie. The cold isn't so bad, and the wide open spaces, I really do miss it." "Those thoughts can't work for me, Gerald. If anything, here in the Carolinas is too far north for me. I like places that even the most fluke snow flurry can never happen. Ever heard of snow on St. Thomas?" "Yeah, I hear you, buddy. Speaking of Caribbean islands, are you going to sample this Jamaican stuff? They say the seeds were from Bob Marley's private stock." "Yeah, sure, Gerald. But I have to work tomorrow, so it can't be like that time a few months ago. I couldn't drive home, and I only live an eighth of a mile away." Richie looked at this man pining for the great white north, and the IRS giving him a hard time. An escape plan might be a reality. "This might be the last time I see him," Richie thought.